Welcome to the Grey Havens Hour, where we search the edges of Tolkien's world for the meanings that lie beneath. Today, we ask one of the most mysterious questions in all of The Lord of the Rings. I am a servant of the secret fire, wielder of the Flame of Anor. What does Gandalf mean? What is the secret fire? And why does this line, spoken in the mines of Moria, carry so much weight? In this exploration, we'll walk through the origin of the secret fire and its connection to creation itself. Gandalf's true role as more than a wizard, as a Maia, the distinction between domination and subcreation, why fire, light and humility are tied to divine purpose, and how this one moment in Moria reveals Tolkien's entire view of power. Let's step into the shadow and listen for the flame that kindles all things. To understand the secret fire, we must go back, far beyond Middle-earth, to the beginning. In the Silmarillion, Tolkien writes that Eru Ilúvatar, the One, who creates the Ainur, angelic beings like Melkor and Gandalf. Ilúvatar creates the world through music, but before it becomes real, he speaks it into being with the Flame Imperishable. Therefore Ilúvatar gave to their vision being, and set it amid the void, and the secret fire was sent to burn at the heart of the world. This is the secret fire, also called the Flame Imperishable. It's not just fire as we know it, it's the power of creation itself, the divine spark that gives real being. Melkor, the greatest of the Ainur, longs to find the flame. He searches the void for it, desiring the power to create life, but he cannot find it, because it dwells only with Ilúvatar. This is where Tolkien begins to define the difference between good and evil, between creation and control. Melkor wants to create his own world, but he cannot. He can only twist, corrupt, dominate. Gandalf, by contrast, is not seeking power for himself. He is the servant of the secret fire. That is the difference. Gandalf is not a man, and he is not merely a wizard. He is a Maia, one of the Ainur, like Melkor. But unlike Melkor, he does not seek to dominate. Tolkien writes in the Silmarillion, "Wisest of the Maia is Olorin. He walked among the elves unseen, and in form as one of them, and he taught with pity and patience." Olorin is Gandalf's true name. And long before he arrived in Middle-earth, he learned in the gardens of Irmor, and was closest to the Vala Niena, the spirit of sorrow and wisdom. From her, he learned that true power comes not through strength, but through understanding, endurance and mercy. That's why when the Valar send him to Middle-earth, it is not to conquer Sauron, it is to counsel, to kindle hope, and to stand against fear. And that's why, in Moria, Gandalf does not boast of magical strength. He declares his allegiance, "I am a servant of the secret fire." He is not the flame, he is its servant. He doesn't wield power to dominate, but to inspire, to guide, and to guard. Gandalf adds another phrase, wielder of the Flame of Anor. Anor is the sun. In Elvish, it means fire of the west. It was created after the two trees were destroyed, as a light to defy the darkness. And when Gandalf says he wields the Flame of Anor, he invokes the light of hope, of renewal, the light that still shines after loss. And he's using it against the Flame of Udun, the corrupted fire of the Balrog, now fallen and devoured by shadow. This is not just a magical battle, it is a cosmic contrast. The Flame of Anor versus the Flame of Udun, hope versus domination, a servant versus a tyrant. Gandalf's fire is not consuming, it is illuminating. This theme of light versus darkness runs deep in Tolkien, not as a cliché, but as a spiritual reality. Gandalf's words draw a clear line between two kinds of power in Tolkien's world. Sauron, Saruman and the Balrog all embody domination, the will to reshape the world in their image. But Gandalf, he refuses the ring. He refuses rulership. He bears Maia, the ring of fire, not to command, but to inspire, to kindle courage in the hearts of others. Tolkien wrote in letter 156, Gandalf was not a planner or a plotter. He is a servant of the secret fire, a kindler of hearts. That's the essence of Tolkien's true power, not in changing others, but in awakening what is good within them. That is why Gandalf trusts hobbits, why he whispers courage, why he does not overthrow, but stand beside. The secret fire is never used to force, it is used to free. In Tolkien's theology, light is not just a weapon, it is a symbol of grace. The light of the two trees, the Silmarils, the fire of Galadriel, the flame of Anor, all are echoes of the same source, the secret fire. They guide Frodo in the dark, they resist corruption, they remind the characters who they are. When Frodo is in Shelob's lair, it is not a sword that saves him, it is light, the fire of Galadriel, filled with the light of Eärendil's star. It's a Silmaril. This light is not just symbolic, it is spiritual. And Gandalf, as a servant of the secret fire, is one who bears this light. Tolkien said the secret fire burns at the centre of the world. It's what gives life. He is standing in the darkest place, the abyss of Moria, and saying, there is a centre, there is a source, and I stand with it. This is faith, not just magic. The Balrog represents raw power twisted. Gandalf represents power surrendered to something higher, and in that surrender there is strength. This is why the line in Moria resonates so deeply, because it is a turning point. The place where the old world, the first age, collides with the new. Balrog versus Maia, fire versus fire. And Gandalf's stand is not just for himself, it's for the fellowship, it's for the future, it's for hope. He doesn't survive the battle in the way we expect, he dies and is returned, because even Ilúvatar responds to such sacrifice. Gandalf fell, and yet I returned. I am Gandalf the White, and I come back to you at the turn of the tide. This is resurrection, not as a reward, but as a mission renewed. So what is the secret fire to us? It's not a fantasy spell, it's not a hidden weapon, it's the creative spirit, the divine spark, the power of mercy, endurance, humility. It's a thing that says you don't have to conquer to matter. You don't have to win to serve. You don't have to rule to carry light. And like Gandalf, we're not asking to burn like the sun, only to carry a spark, to light one other candle, to stand, even when afraid, to whisper hope in the dark places. Thank you for watching the Grey Havens Hour. If this story moves something in you, if Gandalf's quiet strength has ever stayed with you, leave a comment below, share this with a fellow traveller, and subscribe for more reflections on Tolkien's spiritual imagination. Because sometimes a single light in the dark is enough to change the course of everything. Until next time, walk in flame unburned, and remember, the secret fire still burns.